you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away.
Monday Night Raw was from San Diego this week, and
Finally,
things actually happened on Raw. We got new storylines at last, and new people getting the spotlight. It's what we've been asking for. You love to see it. But of course, this is things you might have missed Raw. But before we get started, make sure you like this video. It really helps it out on YouTube. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It's literally free.
hey ho ho! Oh,
We've been waiting for so long, but finally, The Miz turned on John Morrison. I love this because, one, it makes John Morrison the babyface. Definitely think that's the right way to go. And it was done in such a cool way. I thought they would have held it off a little bit longer, but it does seem like we're going to get a match. Morrison and Miz next week on Raw. I kind of wish they'd wait for a pay-per-view. And I've got a horrible feeling they're going to do this match that's then going to set up for a pay-per-view match. Of course, the other person involved in this segment was Logan Paul. The fans didn't like him. Just listen to this.
Really, anyone listening, any species. Look,
That was nuclear. Go away, Heat, if I've ever heard it for sure. Logan Paul is not liked by the WWE Universe. Please don't come back, Logan. We don't need you. We don't want you. Goodbye. Talking of Heat, Charlotte Flair said she was going to usher in a new women's evolution tonight on Raw, until she was interrupted by Alexa Bliss. Finally, they give Alexa Bliss a major storyline on Raw. I mean, we followed her like since this new inception of her on this channel, and I can't wait to see. There's a lot of history between Bliss and Charlotte for sure. And I honestly think this could be a great feud if WWE book it right. I love the fact that all they did was have Alexa say hi tonight, because you don't need a brawl. You don't need to do anything yet. Set that up in the coming weeks. But it's a good sign that her merchandise did sell at SummerSlam weekend, because that was what everyone was reporting was going to be the key factor going forward. And the fact she's in a Raw Women's title feud, it looks like it's happening.
come on, get down, Reggie! Oh no! Get down! Get down! Oh no!
Why was there a random shirtless fat man behind R-Truth and Akira Tozawa? Was he trying to chase down the ice cream truck? Like, I don't get this. Was this meant to be in it? I don't know. I really don't know. And talking about things I don't know. Why have they given Karrion Kross this mask? I really don't know. Poor Karrion Kross, man. Honestly, just when you think things can't get worse for Karrion Kross on the main roster, they give him this mask on Raw. Yep. People are saying he could have joined Retribution. Maybe it's a mask they had left over from that for sure. A lot of people are saying it looks like kind of like the Shredder mask. Yeah, definitely looks like the Shredder mask. I just really wish that they could just use him correctly. They seemingly are. Like, he beat Ricochet tonight. They just don't seem to get it. Doudrop has finally split from Eva Marie, but honestly, biggest shock of the night, she actually likes the name Doudrop and is therefore going to keep it. Honestly, it was the one time I was happy to see Eva Marie actually attack someone, because why would you like the name Doudrop? We did find out we will get the match with Doudrop versus Eva next week on Raw, so that's something to look forward to. Hopefully Doudrop drops Eva. One of the biggest takeaways was the use of the new United States champion, Damian Priest, coming out to confront WWE champion Bobby Lashley. A match I never thought I needed to see, and we didn't get to see because it became a tag team match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre teaming with their partners.
Oh no! Oh! Good grief!
And when we were setting up for that match, it did look like Drew McIntyre dropped Lashley on his head on the outside of the ring. The camera did get a different cut though, so we couldn't exactly see. But it looked like Lashley was okay. Lashley then had a confrontation with Sheamus backstage from this, because obviously he left Sheamus in the ring. Could we see Lashley versus Sheamus? That's a match I definitely want to see. And I also think we could be building for Drew versus Damian Priest, which is huge for Damian Priest as long as he wins it. They're going to go out and have a drinking competition. They're going to have a friendly competition. So maybe they have a friendly kind of competition match as well. Maybe. Matt Riddle presented Randy Orton with his own scooter. Look at it. It's got Randy wrote on the inside of the scooter. And of course you can see the purple tassels too. Randy did not look impressed by this scooter. He actually used it towards the end of Raw to beat up Omos, which... perfect Randy Orton. But I love the way they're using Arcade Bro. Definitely deserve to be the main event spot. And it's great to see the Raw Tag Team Championships being used so highly, in being regarded so highly by fans too. WWE done a good job with Arcade Bro.
This is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Mansoor got his butt handed to him by Jinder Mahal tonight. The match did end with a disqualification though. Mansoor the winner. But of course, Mustafa Ali actually turned his back and didn't help Mansoor during the match. It wasn't a tag match or anything, so maybe he shouldn't have. But he did get in and berate Mansoor, talking about how, okay, that's how you did it. Look what happened. You got your ass beat. Now we do it my way. I'm very interested to see what they do with Mansoor and Ali, as you guys know. Of course, Jinder Mahal, I feel bad for him. It's like they've just given up with him again. He did have a feud with Drew. That seemingly has just been forgotten now. Drew's doing all that stuff in the main event scene again, while Jinder's doing this. And I don't get it, because the whole thing was with a sword, and no one got their PP cut off, WWE. How can it be over yet? It looks like they're running with a tag team of Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH. The two sort of combined this week because they was both in a bad place and wanted to be cheered up. Well, they did cheer up when they won the match, but the way they sort of embraced after it looks like they could be becoming a tag team full time. I hate this. I really hate this. There's no reason these two are a tag team. There's no reason to do this except for the fact you do not have a women's mid card. This is the issue with WWE right now. You've got nothing for these women to do, so you make them a tag team. Come on, WWE. Give us a women's mid card championship. We've been following the story of Elias in WWE, and of course, he has now died. But we got a big new clue about his new character this week. He is going to be a WWE superstar. I kid you not, that's what they're booking. He had a brand new hat on Raw on the promo this week, and of course, they literally had the WWE logo up. But look at him in the background there. Doesn't he look like The Undertaker? Seriously. Are they doing this? Are they going to do Elias as a new Undertaker kind of character? I don't know, maybe. They could be doing it, you know. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I really wouldn't. I think it's bad, though. The fact Elias literally said he's never held a title in WWE. He now has conquered the entertainment side of WWE. Now it's time to conquer the wrestling and win a championship. Ah, man, I do feel like he would be an okay guy to run with a gimmick like this, but I don't know what the gimmick exactly is going to be, but I'm hoping it's good. If you was in attendance at Raw this week, you'd have been able to get a San Diego shirt. WWE having event shirts back for once. I love these. I think they're cool. I kind of think there's a missed opportunity here to do a San Diego 316 and not a San Diego 619 shirt. Come on, WWE. I do feel like Miz's turn on Morrison is probably the biggest takeaway of the night on Raw this week for sure. Interesting to see what they do with that next. Of course, Elias as well. Again, promos are hard because you never know when the end of promos are going to be. I'm assuming we've got more to come next week, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I love how they use Damian Priest. Very excited for his future in WWE, and the fact that they had all this going on, I've got to give Raw probably a 7 out of 10. I can't go higher. There was no shocks. There was no big championship matches. But obviously seeing Alexa Bliss now going to be challenging Charlotte Flair, that's a really big W in my books. I think that's exactly what the character needs. It's now time for her to prove that she can do this or sink doing it. That's the honest truth. That's the only way you can judge if this is a success or not, is put her right at the top of the card and see what happens. I genuinely think this Raw was entertaining. I wouldn't watch it again though, but I think if you watched it live, you probably wasn't that disappointed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you as always next time. Peace!